God. Hi guys, welcome back to another Foundation Friday. Today's foundation we're going to be reviewing is the brand new, hold on, we have the brand new It Cosmetics Confidence in a Foundation foundation. You guys saw me post about this before, so I did kind of already give you a sneak peek about how I feel about this foundation. We're just gonna jump into this. I haven't really gotten a chance to really test this foundation out for the entire day, and I wanted to test out this foundation in a different way than I usually do my other foundations. I always set my foundations, and this one we are not going to set with any powder. Without further ado, we're gonna jump into it. The train's joining us today, and let's just do it. Mwah. The first shade in the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Foundation line is color 100. Then we have shade 105, shade 110, shade 115, shade 120, shade 125, shade 130, shade 135, shade 140, shade 145. Then we have shade 200, 205, 210, 215, 220, 225, 230, 235, and 240. We have number 300, 305, 310, 315, 320, 325, 330, 335, 340. We have 400, 405, 410, 415, 420, 425, 430, 435, 440, and 445. Shade 500, 505, 510, 515, 520, 525, 530, 535, 540, and the last shade in the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Foundation line is 545. I was using medium, and I did notice at the end of the day the medium did change color on me. So we're actually gonna try a lighter shade this time. I'm gonna try possibly light tan, possibly we have light natural. We're not gonna do that one. That one's too yellow. I have been noticing lately that my foundations have been very yellow on me, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna, well, hello there. So I have been noticing lately that my foundations have been very yellow on me, and I kind of want to figure out why, and I want to not have that happen. And I think it's just because when I'm a little bit more on the pale side or the lighter side, like I am right now during the winter and the colder months, my skin is a little bit more warmer and much more neutral, and then when I get tanner, I'm more of that kind of little bit of a yellow golden undertone. So we're actually gonna try for this one. We have a cool and we have a warm tone, and my medium is a neutral tone. So we have a cool and a warm tone, and I'm trying to like sit here and think like which one I want to use. I have light beige and I have light tan, so I'm gonna swatch these. Here's light tan. Okay. And here's light beige. So light beige is the cool tone. So I feel like, you guys, I think I'm gonna go with the light tan. Just because I feel like the cool tone is going to be what I don't want, which is more of a yellow tone. And the light tan is the darkest right underneath my medium shade, which again, like I said, is neutral. So I've already prepped my skin, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on. So I just have 2 pumps on the back of my hand and just a sponge. I'm very curious to see how this does because we were so sure that my perfect shade was medium. And it was when I wore powder. But when I wore it on its own, it kind of tricked me a little bit. But I loved the way that it looked without powder. The foundation really just kind of like held to my skin. And you guys know I'm a powder girl. You will never catch me without powder setting my foundation, but this one I didn't mind it. I'm obviously going to set my under eyes a little because I will use my normal concealer, but this foundation is so full coverage you really don't even have to. And you guys, this foundation is so different from normal IT Cosmetics foundations. It's much more coverage. Doesn't feel heavy, which is amazing. Has so many more shades, which is also amazing. Okay, so this looks like a pretty good match for me. So this is what the foundation looks like. If you can, I feel like if you can avoid setting this foundation, I would. Like I said, I'm gonna apply concealer underneath my eyes just because that's what makes me comfortable, but this foundation is so flawless. It is like the perfect combination of a velvet matte finish, but it doesn't feel heavy, but it looks super full coverage. So I mean, I really liked it thus far. It's just, for me right now, it's a matter of me finding the perfect foundation within the line and trying to figure out how to apply it. So that's why this foundation review is going to be a little different, because I have tried the foundation twice already, and I know for me, I like it actually without powder, which is so, you guys don't understand, it's so surprising. But I'm gonna go ahead, finish the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna come back and show you guys what the final look looks like, and then we'll wear it for the rest of the day. Alright guys, so my smart butt deleted the footage of the after, talking to you about how the foundation felt and everything like that. Excuse the laundry in the background. We're going on vacation soon, gotta do laundry. But I just wanted to kind of show you what the foundation looked like with everything completed. This video is taken from my Wet n Wild Rebel Rose collection review, so if you want to go check that out to kind of see the final look all together, you can. I really did like the foundation, really like not set with any powder or anything like that, and it looked really good with the color that I chose rather than doing the medium. So I'm gonna wait and see how it ends up, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like after it's been some time. Hello you guys. I'll be quite honest with you, I have no idea what time it was when I sat down to film this video. I lied. I remembered because I went and got Chipotle right before they closed. So it was around 9 o'clock when I sat down and filmed this video for you guys. It is now, I believe, almost 3 or 4 a.m. So this foundation has been on for just about a work day. A very weird work day, but you understand what I mean. I want to stay right here for a second and talk to you guys about the color. I think this color is a lot better for me. So this is the light tan in warm is the one that I actually used, and I think that this one for right now in my like just the shade that I am right now, I think this suits me much better. It didn't change color on me in the way that the medium one did. I really can't sit here and explain why that happened. I'm glad to have found a foundation. Maybe I'm better off served with a warmer tone than a neutral tone. So maybe I will give you guys an update sometime in the future when I'm tanner and I can use the darker shades and the confidence in a foundation. But for now, I definitely think the light tan is a much better match for me than the medium. The medium is definitely perfect at first. But it just doesn't sit throughout the day well on me, but the light tan does. Let me zoom you guys in. Let's talk about this foundation, how it sat on my face. Keep in mind, I used very, very little powder, and these little things on the side of my nose are from my glasses. So zooming you guys all the way in, I'm just gonna use a mirror since I've had my glasses on for some time, so I really can't see that far into the camera, which is really funny. But looking at the foundation, it did get a little bit oily on me. So if we just take a little tissue here, you can see it directly on my forehead. And yeah, hold on, let's just dab that. So definitely a little oily, but I'm not noticing that it really like caked up necessarily on my forehead. It did get a tiny bit textured, but the one place I want to talk about is around my nose, and I did notice it the other couple of times that I did wear this foundation. So it does get a little cakey around the nose area, so you can see where my glasses were, but I'm talking about right in this crease area for me. And this is one of the areas that I did powder just a little bit, and I think that I would probably avoid powdering in the future, or maybe just use much less product and try to keep my concealer away from that area so that it doesn't bunch up like that. Other than that, I am noticing just a little bit of texture on my chin, but overall, I think that it sat pretty good, especially for not having any powder really to set the foundation itself. I'm really curious to hear you guys' thoughts on how this foundation sits on your face. I think this foundation, for me personally, would be much better served, like I said, without powder. Maybe just a little touch up, because now that I just touched up with just a tissue, it looks a ton better than it did. But I think I have high hopes for this foundation now that I found a much better color for me, or much better color suitable for me in this foundation line. There are so many shades in this foundation. Let me make sure I have the exact number. There's 48 shades, which is a huge, huge, huge difference for cosmetics, considering that they really only started with, I think, not even 10 shades, and then I think their matte foundation, or one of their last expansions for their foundations or CC creams, was only, I don't think, any more than 20 shades. So for them to expand this far is really, really amazing. I'm so glad that they're kind of encompassing the entire shade range. As I always say about any shade range, you guys, I always think that there's room for improvement. I feel like there's just always going to be room for improvement, even if there are 100 shades in a foundation line. With all that being said, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Leave your comments in the comments below about how you think this foundation sat on my face for the past couple of hours. And if you try it yourself, also tell me what you think of it and send me pictures and all that fun stuff. That's it, you guys, for this foundation review. Clearly I am overly exhausted out of my mind, if you couldn't already tell, because I'm half asleep. But I hope you guys enjoyed this foundation review. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like foundation reviews like this, and make sure to subscribe to me right here so you don't miss out on anything. Turn your notifications on, click that notification bell, and check out all my other videos here. Love you guys. Thanks always for watching, and I'll see you soon.